So after you sanded your edges, which we have done, next step is to measure your panels. So you can take your doors, set them up, well, or other option is, what you need really is these marks. So you know your depth of the cut is 9 millimeters. So what you can do, you mark 9 millimeters there. $9mm. So once you mark your 9mm, that represents depth of the groove. Then you just take measurement from there to there and take off 2mm. That will give you room for the gap. Obviously repeat the process on the other panel. So measure from line to line and take 2, well, if you want you can take 3mm off. It won't harm, so take 3mm, so it gives you a bit more room, wiggle room. And yeah, and repeat the process obviously as many times as you need to. So I'll do that now. So it's 7 for 8.5. So I'll take 7 for 8 less. So 7 for 8 less. I'll take less 16. Less 16 is 7. Oh. So sorry, no. So 7 for 8 less 2. So that's 7 for 6. I know that this is 7 for 8.5. So it'll be 2.5mm shorter. The width is quite simple. You got your middle bars made, so all you do is measure the length, which is 449 in our case, plus 16 or 15 if you want 3mm gap. So I'll do a 3mm gap, so 449 plus 15. 464. So the width of the panel will be 464. The length of the panel will be 748. That's the top one. Now we go on the bottom panel. So it is 6 so the measurement is 621 less 3mm is 598 length, and width will be 464. So now we know our measurements. We cut 2 of each like that because that will be one set of doors. If you remember, we're doing double doors, 4 sets of double doors. So move this back. So once you've cut your panels, sand them before you glue them. The more sanding you do before you actually stick the door together, easier it will be for you, because all you're gonna have to do once it's glued, you're gonna have to just sand faces, back and front, and that's it, and edges once you've trimmed the door in. So always be one step ahead, so you don't have to struggle sanding it once it's in the actual door, because you're not going to get to into the corners with the sander easily enough. So hence why I sand it before I glue it. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna sand. Panel is sanded. Next step is to cut corners off. We'll do like 5mm off. So just use your combination square. Just literally, no, actually you can use your knife. Don't even need a saw, to be fair. Your knife is sharp enough. If your knife is sharp enough, you can use just a Stanley knife. It's literally a little bit off, doesn't need a lot. They are done. Now we are ready to actually glue the door. We get the sash clamps. So for the job you'll need PVA, wood adhesive, dowels or biscuit, whatever you prefer to use, mallet, sash clamps, which I will get in a second. And now we're on assembly of the door. So once you've clamped the door in sash clamps, then you need to check the flatness of the door. The reason being, if you don't check it and you over tighten it, it will bow the door, obviously, because clamp is over tightened, it will just push too much, and which will force door be bowed. So what you want to make sure, take straight edge or the level, small level or something, and just you want to put it alongside like that, and you can see what happens if you over tighten it. You see? So you want to avoid that, and what you can do, so you tighten it and then you release the pressure slightly. It doesn't have to be too tight for it to stick, because obviously you got to once you push it together, it shouldn't come apart, and if it does, there is a problem. Then it's somewhere binding or something's not right, or panel is too big. So make sure it's flat, which it basically is now. There's like, so check on all three clamps. That's good. That's good. So once you've checked that your door is flat, you can leave it to dry. Depending on the glue, I would leave it clamped for about 40 minutes to an hour, and obviously depending on the temperature outside. But yeah, that's basically it really. Repeat the process as many times as you need. And yeah, I got obviously a lot more to do, but I thought I'd share with you how to do it detailed. Hope someone has found it useful, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.